Hello, good morning, and namaskar, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you a short joke related to population, health, and environment. Everyone, nowadays, people are talking about their health. They are very much conscious towards their health since we have been suffering from coronavirus throughout the world here. So, we in Nepalese also have been suffering from this, and our relatives also have been affected badly, due to which, really, we all are, let's say, in a way, in problem. However, we need to stay at home and be safe, but we are not pessimistic. We are optimistic. Being optimistic, we need to just do something creatively so that we can get satisfaction, and that can be the source of inspiration to go ahead. So, especially today's video is related to the students that who have been credit in class 10 and those who have been waiting for examination of C, although there are different kind of humor going on related to this examination, and I also think that examination is not just a solution. However, we need to study for our life, not for the certificate. That I too have experienced this one. So I would like to share with you a short joke related to the health, population, environment. Here you can see, doctor is talking to a patient. Basically, this is after the, let's say, checkup. A doctor asked his patient, and he asked to the patient, "Is there anything you would like to discuss?" He wanted to know if the patient had something to discuss, and the patient answered, "Yes, well, I was thinking about getting a vasectomy." And listening to that response of the patient, the doctor again asked, "That's a big decision. Have you talked it over with your family?" And he replied, "Yes, we took a vote at home, and they are in favor of it, 15 to 2. It shows that there are more number of family members at his home. And he family means he understood not his wife to discuss about vasectomy, but to the all members. And so here we can see, they are talking about health, population, and environment. Let's go to the topic today, Unit 1, right? So, dear children, especially students of class 9, 10, they can enjoy watching this video. And I would like to present it in short. Uh, this is not just like we do in the classroom, but also it can help you somehow. So, first of all, we need to know about the concept of health, population, and environment education. While talking about this topic, we need to have the idea what health is, population, and environment. Okay? Then after, we need to know why health education is important, population education is important, and environment education. We are not running after the definition, okay? But we need to have the concept clearly about its health, population, and environment. You can see the figure here, and then ask the question yourself to what health means exactly. Most of the people in the world, they're talking about their health. They are conscious, about their health. But what health is? Somebody says his health is not good, he's unhealthy, or he's very healthy. But exactly what health is? Dictionary says health is a state of being free from illness or injury. Okay, right? So, in such way, what we can say is here, health is a state of being, that is characterized by different kinds of facts like physical, political, socioeconomic, environmental, etc. Right? So we'll talk about this later, but right now we need to know what health is, and to understand this health, we need to know just we need to get the education, right? So what is health education then? At the same time, we need to study. So this is the education that promotes an understanding of how to maintain personal health. Okay? So this is kind of education program that helps to promote our understanding, and that makes us to understand how we can maintain our personal health, right? If we are healthy ourselves, for that we need to act accordingly, and in order to know the ideas to keep ourselves fit all the time, healthy, prolong our life, to be free from illness and any kind of injuries, we need to have these ideas, understanding. That the idea understanding we get through the education program, that is exactly health education. So, right? Similarly, what is population then? Course, generally we know population means all the inhabitants of a particular place. Here, inhabitants means not only the human being, but also the animals, plants, right, birds, any other. Okay, so we can talk about population means only the number of people living in a particular place. We're not talking about the population of animals or the birds or plants raised. Okay, we are concerned, we are learning about only number of inhabitants of a particular place. That may be like Kathmandu, what is the number of population of Kathmandu, population of Nepal, population of Europe, something like that. Okay, so all the inhabitants of a particular place, right? That is exactly, it's called population. So what is population education at the same time then, right? This is also education program that makes a family, society, nation, and the whole world to realize population status, which helps to develop a sense of rational and responsible attitude and behavior towards it. Even UNESCO also has defined this after the conference was conducted. Okay, so here education, no, this is kind of educational program. What does it do? It makes an individual and the family, right, and then after surrounding people and society as a whole, nation, and then world, to realize a population status, which helps to develop a kind of sense rational and responsible attitude and behavior. So this education, of course, is very much important nowadays. That is growing, since the population even of Nepal country also is increasing rapidly, right? And next is environment. Fourth, everybody knows environment means the place where we live, but what we say here is that the surroundings or the conditions here, surroundings and conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives or operates. What we understand here, environment means like the environment that you have been living in now. Okay? What kind of environment do you have there? What kind of environment you are finding right now while talking to each other? So, environment is generally characterized by or determined by, let's say, all the things, inclusively like physical presence, biological presence, right? etc. So, a kind of surrounding has been created, a kind of condition has been created. Like environment does not mean only where rain falls and then water flows, air blows, something like that. Environment is also a condition in which a person or animal or plant live. Remains in the system, it grows according. Like a kind of peaceful environment now in this classroom. Nobody is speaking, nobody is talking. It is a kind of condition. What is the environment in the jail? What is the environment in the pond? What is the environment in the forest? Or what is the environment in the foreign country or something like that? So it is surrounding or condition in which a person, animals, or plant lives. You can understand this. So to understand this, let's say environment, we need to have education, right? So what is the environment education then? The process of recognizing values and clarifying concept to develop skills and attitude which are necessary to understand and appreciate the interrelation among human beings, their culture, and then biophysical surroundings. So, okay, so after we talk about this, concept of health, population, and environment education, now I'd like to talk about this health first. Let's focus on health in detail. In general, health is dynamic in nature. Here, dynamic means what? We need to understand. Since our health is not constable, not does not remain same forever. Today I'm okay. I may not be okay if I do not take care of myself, in my life through my lifestyle and all. If I develop kind of, let's say, bad habit like smoking, drinking, plus let's say taking tobacco, drugs, and all, etc. I'm not talking about drugs like medicine or all, etc. That is positive thinking. I'm talking about those bad habits, right? Although some of the people they enjoy, that's a different thing. But in general, it's not good to take drugs or drinking alcohol, something like so this my everyday habit exactly affects or influences my health. So it changes. I'm healthy today, may not be. I'm healthy today because I'm young, may not be young. After I cross like 60 or 50 or 70, 80, 90, something like that. So it is dynamic in nature. What is dynamic in general that is to be understood here? In dictionary, dynamic as a noun, a force that stimulates change or progress within a system. Or so through this we understand that our health does not remain constant. Our health doesn't remain the same. Right? It is influenced by different factors. That factors may be, let's say, biological. That factors may be socio-cultural, environmental, etc. So there are some certain factors that continuously influence the health, right? My health is influenced by the, let's say, environmental factor that I have. If environment is dirty here, according to my health is or determined. And then if I eat dirty food, then obviously, right, according thing that I have. And the way I live my life, if I do not do exercise regularly, of course I cannot maintain my health. If I sleep, watch television, eat all fatty foods, alert more than I need, right, then of course my health is influenced. So there are some certain factors that continuously influence the health of a person, because of which also health is tied. And similarly, the more these factors, okay, that I talked to are in favor of an individual, the more he or she goes closer to the fullest sense of. This is exactly very much important to maintain our health and to bring a kind of change or progress within a system or a process. And in order to have good health, we should keep these all conditions in our favor. Only then we can remain healthy, young. So, dear students, basically, the health of a person depends on various factors, which may be physical, mental, socio-cultural, economic, political. But I just clarified about. So, health is a dynamic state of well-being characterized by a physical, mental, and social potential, which satisfies the demand of life commensurate with age, like corresponding to the age, culture, and personality responsibility. Right? Here we need to understand the meaning of this commensurate. Commensurate is especially corresponding in size or degree in proportion with the age, you know, culture that we have been following, and the personality responsibility. People they do not care of their health themselves. Damn care, okay, let it be, they say, and they do not practice good exercise or diet and all, etc. And how much responsible towards himself, that is the determining factor. Okay, so these are all, let's say, reasons why health is dynamic. And now let's talk about the factors that continuously influence the health of a person. Right? Some of the factors that we already discussed, but in detail. You can see the picture. What does it mean? Of course, you are very intelligent. You can see the first figure and guess there: smoking and let's say drinking. Right? These are the factors which continuously influence the health of a person. The way you smoke or the way you drink. So although people say that, no, running after the rumor or misconception that drinking and then smoking keeps is somebody else free from tension, something like that. Okay? Maybe science has also proved that it makes the people feel to forget for some time only, when the toxic things reaches to the webs of the brain, and of our brain webs of the brain is affected, yes, at that time we happen to feel that we are free from any tension because our brain does not work, our brain does not function properly. But after we, let's say, uh, are fresh, okay, then if we just think about that, then again we suffer from different difficulties, right? And a frustration occurs, right? So this especially affects or influence the health of a person, right? And the next is like a PR. You can say PR means there are two meaning. Let's say public relationship or let's say personal relationship. Yeah, personal relationship and public relationship also plays vital role to influence the health of a. Okay? If your relation with all the people, especially that begins from the family, in the family, you are acquainted or you are, of course, close to your, members, father, mother, brother, sisters, and all the siblings, relatives too. And if you have a good relationship with them, of course, you will be motivated yourself and you will also be the source of inspiration to them. So automatically you become healthy, you become happy. And happiness is one of the source to remind. Okay, but at the same time, if you have no good relationship with all these people, like shown in this bigger picture, of course, my dear, right, you are not going to be happy. You are not going to maintain a good. Similarly, another factor that affects the health of a person is you can see uh, the picture. Of course, the facilities that you have been getting, during the weekend, or let's say these are the leisure facilities. If you get chance to go outside sometimes during the weekend or holidays, and then you enjoy taking part in different competitions, or let's take example going outside and hanging out with the friends or with the family, the good environment like park and all, and you go swimming or you watch television, or I mean you go to cinema hall, you go for a long drive, you go to just taste the different foods at the different restaurants. These are all recreational activities in a way that also influences the health of a person here. So if you get all these facilities, then of course you become let's say socio-culturally also let's say in a way aware about it, and the relationship with other people you will understand, right? And then you become fresh too. That supports you to remain healthy, right? And the next one is gender. You can see gender means here, although there are different kinds of like gender going is very important issue, and research is also going accordingly. But what we generally know is male and female. So how this gender especially influences the health of a person. This is very important. Many times the students also have asked me this question. And now here, as soon as we talk about gender, uh, the practice of gender equality that begins from our home and in the society, and how the political system has been just that is very much important here to understand gender, how it affects or influences the simple example at your home. Of course, males and females, brothers, sister, especially the people, they have a kind of culture still being practiced in the context of Nepal country. Females are, in a way, given less important. Let's not say dominated directly, and males are given more important in terms of providing facilities, in terms of providing like education, right? And there are many other social values, norms, that have been followed by all of us. That also is a bit, let's say, biasness. You know, males are sons are sent to better school, and daughters are still sent to the, let's say, low qualitative schools and all, etc. So this kind of, let's say, gender inequality or equality also influences the health of a person, because all kinds of facilities are provided or enjoyed by the children staying at home or the people in the society. That also affects or influences the health. And the next important thing is you can see the picture environment. The environment at home, the environment at workplaces, or the environment, of any places, anywhere you go, any surroundings that you, let's say, belong to. So, dear ones, this environment is very much important in order to maintain our. If the environment of home is good, of course, it can be maintained. If the environment of workplace, like I am an employee under the control of one employer, and if I am treated very, positively, treated very well, kindly. I'm encouraged, and of course, I will show my interest to do some creative works, right? But if there is no such environment, rather there is domination, right, and a kind of biasness practice, right, and then there is misunderstanding. Of course, it's very difficult to stay at that workplace and then do the work to our better performance for the betterment of all, let's say, receiver, okay, or the consumers. So, this environment, not only the environment, I mean, the natural environment, artificial environment also plays a vital role to, let's say, right? So next one is, of course, you can see disease. If you are disease, now you can say yourself, how your health is. Since we have already discussed, even WHO also has said that health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Let's not run after this definition. But here, if you are disease, of course, your health is affected. If you are suffering from chronic disease or acute disease, then that really gives torture time and again. Physically, you experience pain, mentally torture, biologically affected, and then socioculturally obviously. So the disease, must be treated in time if we have, and then we are supposed to, let's say, stay healthy. So we should not neglect even in small part that we experience sometimes while walking. So we need to be free from the disease in order to. If we have, let's say, normal disease that can be treated and we can maintain our health. But if we have, let's say, chronic disease and we do not care of ourselves, then of course, our. Similarly, you can see, someone is playing laptop, using laptop, sitting on a bundle of money. What does it mean? Economy. Of course, economic condition also influences the health of a person. Right now, nowadays, people they have been running after money. If money is there, everything is there. They say, although it is not true. Okay, but so this plays vital role. Somebody has said that money is not like God, but it is not less than the God. So I like it. Money is important. If you want to be healthy, right, you need to go to doctor time and again and get checked up. And if you have some kind of, it's a disease, of course you need to just to get operated or you need to get treated. For that, we need to spend a lot of money, right? So yeah, if you have money, you can get health services facilities, and then just you will be happy, you will be healthy. If you have money, you can fulfill all your demands like fooding things, or that may be basic needs or let's say additional needs to Maslow. So this also exactly influences the health of a person. And the next one is the level of education. Level of education, how educated you are. Here, education does not mean only to pass the degree, PhD, right? We have seen many people even passing PhD also have no idea about their health, how to take care of themselves, no idea how to keep personal relationship or public relationship. It has been like kind of, let's say, certificate that proves that they are really what to say, orthodox. They are really rowdy and all, etc. you know but here we are talking about education that we get, which helps us to make aware ourselves, to maintain our good health, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what. Okay, so this kind of sense, if we get, The education plays vital role for providing such kind of, let's say, awareness, for providing such kind of knowledge, right? Skill, technique, etc. to maintain our health. So the higher level of education that you attain, quality education that you attain, right, and bring change in your, let's say, activities or in your lifestyle also, of course, right? Uneducated people, those who have no idea at all what health is, what to eat, what not to eat. In such condition, their health also is influenced. But those who are educated, of course, they know how to take care of themselves and then the health of our family, society, etc. Accordingly, facility also will be enjoyed, and then other, let's say, kind of factors to get satisfaction to maintain health also. Another one is, you can see the occupation or employment, unemployment, we can say that also plays that influences. If you are of course employed, then you will have a source of income that will be used for your livelihood. Okay, you can satisfy your family members, you can satisfy yourself also, fulfilling all kind of demands, let it be basic needs or basic demands or the what addition, then automatically your health is by this employment or unemployment. But if you are unemployed, of course you will have no money, no income source, no fulfillment of the what your desire or basic needs, no? Or additional needs. Then how can you be able to maintain your health? Accordingly, your health will be. Next is the diet that you have been, or the somebody has said health is innocent. Health is what you eat. No? If you eat, let's say, balanced diet, your health also is maintained accordingly. If you eat randomly, you're more than your body, more calorie than your body needs, or less calorie than your body needs, then accordingly your health is. So next is, you can see the health services and facilities or medical services that we have been living in. So some people, we have heard that, we have been noticing in throughout the world or even in Nepal country, especially in Nepal country, um, due to diarrhea, if they do not get proper care, proper facility, service, even reaching to the hospital, or let's say, any nearby health post, health centers, they have been dying due to diarrhea. It's sad thing. That's all example of what lack of facilities. There are some technologies, but there are no efficient doctors or qualitative doctors. So we have heard many people, they go to doctor, having let's say kidney problem, but while coming back from hospital and then just dying there only at hospital due to the operation. You see, eye problem, stomach treatment, such kind of let's say negative things are also have been seen and noticed by all of us. But if we get facilities in time, doctor facilities, equipment facilities, or other medical facilities, then we can just uh, really maintain our health. We can save our life also. Right? We can promote our health condition too. But if we do not get this, of course, that is also another important factors that influence. Next is there our culture, tradition, or lifestyle. We have been living, here in this country, following the different culture, tradition, religion, and the way we follow tradition, culture, norms, and values, that also plays a vital role to influence the health of. If we become completely traditional or completely, let's say, blind, let's say, followers, then of course we our health is affected. Simple example we can get. Um, let's say the fooding things which have been kept at home, you as a stale fish, a stale food. And the next day or after 2 days also, if we fry and then just think that it will be okay if we fry and we have, believing in, let's say, different kind of beliefs, like practice, cultural practice and all, that really affect our health, in the name of like prasad and all, etc. you know, and then blah blah blah. You know better than me about practices, okay, that you have seen, that you have been practicing even in your family or in the society. That also affects our health. Okay? Those people who maintain, who practice, let's say, fasting and all, etc. In a way that is also important. Uh, you know, for maintaining our health. Like yoga, we practice, that is very good for our health. Okay? These are all, especially social norms, values, tradition that influence the health of a person. Next is, of course, the role played by the government. You know, it's the governmental policy. Right? What kind of policy that our government has been practicing? That also plays vital role. So by just doing a kind of research, where what kind of facilities are to be provided, doing proper research, scientific research, the government should make a plan policies to address, so that the all, let's say people, children to the or adult old ones also will be facilitated, you know, and they will be just getting services, and then will be helping themselves to maintain the health. And next is regular exercise that we do also influences to maintain our health. Everybody knows we need to do physical exercise regularly. Okay, what kind of exercise we need for our body? That is very much. If we do not do proper exercise, then of course we will be lazy, and they will increase our weight. We will gain weight, and that may be the cause of any kind of, right. So, and what we can say here is that health is the state of various all these background conditions which can enable the achievement of person. Thus, the state of a person's health is equivalent to the state of